All right, guys, beard advice series time, and we've got a beastly looking beard for you today. Stay tuned, you're going to want to see it. Hey guys, Brian Haywood here. Welcome back to my Beards and Banjos YouTube channel where we discuss tips and tricks for your beards and mustaches. We do some product reviews, some unboxings, and we also have this beard advice series where you guys can also send in a couple pictures to me, to the email address you see below, a little information about the advice you're seeking from me. I take a look at it for a couple weeks and you get featured in your own beard advice series video. And today we've got my man Will. All right, Will also goes by Bearded Beast, Texas to Kentucky, I think it is. I'll put the link in the description there, so if you want to give him a follow on Instagram. Great guy in the community. He's starting to do a few little reviews on Instagram TV, that kind of thing. So make sure you check him out. And why wouldn't you? Because he posts pictures of his beard. And look at that beard, guys. That is magnificent. He said he just trimmed about an inch off and he wants to grow it longer. So my man, you've got a great shape in it. I'm curious, let me know about when you did that trim. Did you do it yourself? And if somebody did it, a lot of times with those big long beards like that and kind of the texture of yours, a lot of times they'll try to kind of get the flyaways off, and right here on like the flat part of it, they'll kind of do some scissoring down it and kind of just take the flyaways off the top of that, and that's the one way you can get that nice defined look all put together. So I'm curious if they did that or if you did that when you trimmed your beard, because it looks like there's no random flyaways on the way down. It's a great shape to it. It's just slightly boxy on the bottom. For at this length, it looks really good. The only thing you want to consider is as it grows longer, do you like the boxier look? A lot of times for me, my preference is as it gets longer than what you've got, I tend to kind of like it just a little bit more rounded, but that's really easy to fix. You can just kind of trim the corners off of that and make it more rounded. But you can kind of play around with that. You can kind of cover it up or push it in a little bit and see if you like the look of that. A lot of times that happens when you're kind of at this, the medium to longer length here, the box kind of looks good, and then you get it down here and you may not like it as much. So just kind of be aware of that. I was looking through his Instagram pictures for Will there, and I saw one picture where it looked like he had some, like the growth was on the sides and it was starting to fork, but now it doesn't. So I don't know if if in your trim that was addressed or that just happened to be the way the picture was. But a lot of times the guys right here, they'll get more growth than what they have right in the middle, so you can kind of notice it. But like I said, I noticed it briefly in one picture, but then the one you sent me and the ones you posted recently, I didn't see that at all. So what kind of advice can I give you? Well, if you know me, what goes great with a beastly beard is a beastly mustache. And you've got a great mustache. It's nice and full. I would say go ahead, if you have never tried it, do the 2-month thing like I did and grow that thing out for 2 months and get it separated and have it laying right on top of your beard. I think it would really enhance your look even more. And I really think you would dig it if you could get by the aggravation. And you may not want to, but like I said, that's what I'm here for, is kind of offer some suggestions. I think if you get that mustache similar to what this guy has on his, so it's not super duper huge, it's not gonna be too aggravating because you're not having to do the handlebars or anything like that, but just enough to get it to turn and to get some separation on it. All you really have to do is trim just a little bit around it once it starts to get really big, and that'll give you the separation you need. I did a video on that during the Epic Mustache Challenge that I did. So that would be a suggestion for you that you could do. Your cheek line looks really good. It's kind of a mid-length cheek line. Everything's nice and full below that. I do see one area there right in front of your ear that it looks like that area could be thinned down a little bit because it looks kind of thick there, but then thinner, a little bit thinner where your hair is, and then a little bit thinner right below it. So usually you want to think of that. There's a little bone there that sticks out right in front of the middle of your ear. Find that bone, and that's kind of where you want to think of. You want it to be the shortest right there, and then kind of fade up into your hair, and then down below it fades down into your beard. So only, I'm kind of nitpicking at this point, but just things that I noticed on the particular pictures you sent me. Some of the other pictures I saw on your Instagram page, this thing wasn't an issue. So maybe it's just you had a hat on, or you hadn't combed your hair at that point, or you're in between haircuts, whatever the case may be. The other thing I noticed, and I think this is because it's a selfie picture, and that is like the hair for just a minute. So you got a nice length on the top. But I could use a little bit more hair right here, and you've got that on some other pictures. So I don't know if it's a styling issue or just happened to be what it looked like that particular day. But I think it would look a little better, a little fuller right in here. So you can still do a low fade, but just get a little more hair right in this area. You can kind of see it on this picture. This guy, I don't suggest you have this particular hairstyle or beard style, but you can see what I'm talking about, I think, with a little bit more hair right here. And I actually saw that on one of your pictures. This is a picture where you had a little bit shorter beard. You can see it, the beard looks really on point. You got kind of the boxier shape at the bottom, but on your hair it's a little bit flatter on the top and just a little bit more on the sides. Kind of gives a little bit more proportion with that big beard, I think. So to have it coming out from the sides a little bit more. And like I've found out through doing this series, it might be because it's the selfie. Something about holding that camera at that angle kind of distorts what reality looks like if the picture, if somebody else would have taken the picture from 10 feet away. But man, I'm really digging all your pictures and your videos. You've been posting on Instagram, so keep that up. Keep posting the pictures for sure, and keep me updated on how it goes. I'm curious to see how long you take that thing, and I'm also curious to see if you're going to try growing out that mustache. Let me know if you've already tried that, but you've got plenty of mustache to do it. So just suck it up one time and take 2 months and grow that out. Your girlfriend might not like it, but hey, you can say, I'm doing this challenge and I'm doing it for 2 months, and put it on the calendar. But it's kind of fun to mess around with, but I think that would really kind of put the cherry on top there for the beastly bearded look. Have that epic mustache. All right, you guys comment below and tell me if you think Will should grow out that mustache a little bit more. All right, thank you so much for joining me, and we'll see you on the next one, guys.